Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to Jive Tarot and your freestyle for the month of August. What I like to do during the freestyle is I like to go ahead and check on anything that I might have left out in the 9-card spiritual reading or the relationship reading, beginning of the month. Freestyle read can't necessarily be scripted. It has to come straight from source. There you go. I have the 8 of Wands in reverse. And you. Yeah, I just shoved it right back in the deck. I guess that'll speak for us then. All right, so the 8 of Wands in reverse tells me of some sort of halt. It's a possible monkey wrench. We were making plans, but somehow plans were canceled. Now, why is that? Somebody is walking away emotionally. Now, these are 2 8s. This is probably, to me, it's a feeling of perpetuality. Ghosting of sorts, almost. It's perpetual and it's reoccurring. So, in the near future, I do see them coming with a fresh new offer. Now, do not be worried about the term that I use, ghosting. It's not necessarily as bad as you're making it out to be. It's just that something they were trying, they needed a new insight. That is what the 4 of Swords is, right? 4 of Swords is pulling out of a battle or a situation to recoup, regroup, reassess a situation. And shortly, when they come back, right, the 4 of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Cups, they will come back with a renewed sense of what it is that they actually want. What it is, because they had been messing around with this 8 of Cups, or you had been messing around with this 8 of Cups, realizing that that isn't what I wanted. That's what I said that I wanted, but that's not what I wanted. So all previous plans had to be put on the back burner or put aside. Now, this might have confused you a little bit, or if it's you doing the dirty work, it's confusing the person that you're dealing with. They might be thinking negatively or judging negatively, or they might respond in kind of this negative manifestation in the 6 of Wands in reverse. Do you understand? That is a possibility on how you will be met or how you have a possibility of meeting them in the future. There is also the other side of the Gemini. I would say the other side of the population, but Gemini, come on, twins. You see both sides. You see both sides of the coin. Okay, so what I'm getting here is either there's a few of you that feel like judging harshly, and then meeting them in kind, matching their energy, or showing them how it feels, getting even, or having done the worst case scenario, for God's sake, or whatever. Okay. But those loyal to the situation, I do see a forward movement of the commitment, or practicing what you preach is the feeling that I'm getting from this Hierophant. I'm feeling like it all kind of goes hand in hand. The walking away versus the new beginning, the walking away to get some sort of clarity or a clearer understanding of what I want. Because honestly, the whole situation was just draining me. I was confused. I had to go away, but I did come back stably. Let's see, 6 of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. 3 of Swords, it would very much detriment me, or be very detrimented but I would have to be honest with myself and I would have to see the truth. I would have to work through it or work with you on whatever decision you had made. And here's the Queen of Cups in the upright, and take it in stride. So whether you're Gemini or whether you're the cross watchers, what I'm getting is that somebody took a hiatus. Somebody withdrew from the situation and didn't really leave a Dear John letter or anything of that nature. Just kind of skipped off into the sunset to reassess or readdress what they actually wanted, you know, because either the communication wasn't coming clear or what they had wanted wasn't necessarily what they actually had wanted. You understand? Let's see. I see the Four of Cups. There's an acceptance per se of a new insight or a new gift. And I do see the World here. It's a very interesting rendition. Like I said, I'm really getting a very perpetual kind of feeling about this. I'm getting the idea that there is an incubation, birth and rebirth, and it's like the all-seeing eye. Did you take a look at that? Look at the little embryo baking, right? And the eye kind of watching over the situation. So quite an interesting rendition, but it's all about acceptance here. So I feel those of you that have that manipulative trait, that King of Cups in reverse, right? The King of Cups in reverse that just fell on the floor, and the Six of Wands, have this idea that it's going bad, or it went wrong, or I did something wrong, or they're doing something wrong. For God's sake, it's hardly ever any of that. It's just the TikTok of the world, you know? Shown here by the hourglass, or the snake's ear eating its tail. Horus. The Two of Wands. I think it's more or less like they're definitely looking for something. Looking for an action. Oh, looking for a reaction. That too. They're also looking for some sort of reaction here. Or you are. What reaction to this situation could I most tolerate? Do I want to be accused every time I walk around? Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, okay. Now, in this rendition of the Ten of Pentacles, I do see there is, it's holding a hand, there's a stairway, there's a family, there's definitely connective energies, connective forces, lifeblood that flows through both of our veins. You understand? So anything that you would accuse me of, I have to stop weighing the options of how you see it and accept how you actually see it, because how you actually see it is going to tell me so much about you. The Five of Swords is also here, so definitely a defeat. By all means, under every circumstance, I have to win this struggle. I have to make my point known. I have to know the truth. The Tower in reverse and the Two of Cups. So this is definitely worth holding on to. This is something that is worth holding on to. This is not a cheater. This isn't a cheating situation. So for those of you who came to the reading wondering if your partner was or could be, no. And your accusations is going to completely ruin your chances of being with this person. The Nine of Cups in reverse. I do see some sort of dependency, some sort of emotional dependency. You understand? Where there still has to be addressed death in reverse. There's going to be a clinging to an idea, an inability to transform, because if it's never spoken or communicated why, then there could leave a hole that would completely swallow up your car next time you drove over it. You understand? It's not just a bump in the road now. Unless it's addressed from both sides and situations, do go ahead, let them speak first. Let them tell you what they think it is. But don't ever completely dismiss them as to never truly explain what it is, or you will cause the same damage that you were trying to escape. And I think that's that slippery slope that a lot of relationships fall into, because it is a partnership. I do see the Nine of Wands in reverse. I do see a vulnerability here, an ability to open up. That's two nines in reverse. 6, 12, that's 3. That is it's a maturation of an action. You understand? It is action being taken. It's being action being implemented, or a plan being implemented and coming to life. But what would you do with that? Do you understand? What would you do with that information? Well, I would match it, right? I wouldn't dismiss it. I would match it. The Five of Cups in reverse. This is being able to see the silver lining. This is being able to see what remains and what stands. So even if you're the portion that is dealing with, or you're the portion that is actually seeing this in a very, very negative light, and you notice that your partner starts to push you away or push you away, it's because now they're able to see you in the same exact negative light. I mean, you held the flashlight for them. You showed them exactly what it was. Um, Instead of allowing them to talk. Now, this only works, as I said, as if the other party that was ghosting, or the one that was going to take a second view, a second look at what was going on. I see the King of Cups. I see very emotionally sound and stable. He is riding the seas. I see the Six of Pentacles. I see when in Rome. I see what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Do you see how he's navigating those seas? That's another very, very interesting point to bring up, because sometimes when I'm forced to have to retract myself or pull myself back from a situation, the beasts, the shadow people, the shadow work, the demons, the beasties that I have to fight, that's not the easiest navigation. And you ought to just be grateful that I'm not getting any on you while I'm going through this turmoil, this turmoilus. I respect you more than that. Now, if I come back and I'm met with this kind of emotional dissidence, this emotional manipulation, and how dare you, and this, that, and the other, it makes my conquering of the world seem a little less necessary, because now I don't want to take on these burdens for you, because this is the gratitude that I get for facing the seven-headed hydra that is myself. You understand? So that I could be more stable, so I could be more of a supportive partner for you and understand you or hear you more clearly. You know, this is the thanks I get. I see justice. I see there is going to be a very positive turn of events here. And I also feel with the Three of Swords right above it, and the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, I hear every dog has its day. See how that all lined up like that? With justice right there at the bottom? Right. Every dog does have his day. Either prince or pauper. That once a person categorizes you, if your intentions were pure, and if your intentions were solely focused on that person, that I will tell myself, I will tell on myself, the telltale heart, I will tell on myself, prince or pauper. And if you do not hold me accountable for what I've shown you, then you're no better than me. Not that you ever were to begin with, but I see the Six of Wands in the upright this time. I do sense a feeling of victory. I see the star. I see hope, faith, trust, guiding, letting your intuition guide you, and letting your conscience be your guide, so to say. The Seven of Pentacles, I do see very important to take proper inventory. This woman is baking bread, right? She is baking bread in an old oven. Now this is timing. This is enough logs on the fire. This is preparation. Uh, this is adding the perfect amount, or you'll have unleavened bread or that broken heart. I see you got to know what you're doing, and you got to know the worth of the situation. You got to know if the situation is worth it or not in order for you to come to fruition or actually be standing on the right side of justice when this thing comes to a close. So until next time, Gemini, it was a pleasure reading for you. I would love to see and hear your side of the story. So if you'd leave a comment, that would be great. And if you'd like to know or see more, like, comment, subscribe, to hit the bell if you want to be informed next time I upload next week for Single and Ready to Mingle. So until next time, Gemini, thanks for stopping by at Jive Tarot.